Welcome back, everybody, to a Warlord of SBAS plays Torment, Times of Numenera. Last time we talked to a bunch of these people, shop owners, then we talked to the slavers. Yeah, we found something that we could do a mission for him if we can find
Of course.
who the person was killed, or you know, right way to say that. Anyway, next time this time we're gonna go over here and sleep because their stats are low and. Well, I want them up. Yeah. Give me a second to do this. Blah blah blah. They always say stuff. I like to sleep here. Blah blah blah. Alright. Wait a minute. Did I not have to pay for that? Because last time I played this in my test, I did not say I was their god. I think I didn't have to pay for that because I didn't have to pay for that because I pretended to be their god.
I'm going.
Sweet. Free sleep. That is super useful in this game anyway. So now we're gonna go. I'm trying to decide. Actually, I'm gonna go get a new I know of one other person I can get for my team, and it's I want to get them early so I can have them talking about the different missions, because based on who you have, you can actually change how people interact in the conversations, open up new ways. It's actually pretty cool. And that plus the person I'm about to get is actually really fun. At least of the people I know of, you can get for your team. Alright. I believe this is the right way. Sorry for the runaround. Just have to figure out how to get there. This area I'm going to also has the best view that I know of so far. I'll show it to you real quick. Alright.
Of course.
Let us venture forth. Don't worry, I'll come back here and talk to everyone.
Why not?
But go up here. One of the better views. You can see the lands, and like that over there, that disgusting growth, that's the bloom. And you can see like skeletons, giant skeletons, stuff like that, which I think is really cool.
Gladly.
Especially since I know I can go over there at some point. Alright, I have to talk to this guy first. Master Ranino. The airship master is keeping nervous eye on the vessel. He's a short and wiry man dressed in travel-stained but well-kept clothing. He is chewing on his impeccably groomed mustache in frustration. As you approach, he turns away from the vessel. Welcome to Master Reno's aerophile adventures. I am afraid that I will not be departing anytime soon, but not since the theft. He says the word carefully as if holding it at bay. I've always taken pains to see the best in people, he confides, swallowing hard. But that was before the runty, glowing, straw-haired idiot stole the Coronet, my prized airship. He shakes his head, genuinely distraught. Until that thief is caught, my ship remains in dock, safely shuttered and chained. Can you tell me how your ship was stolen? Of course, he says, looking gratefully that you've taken interest in his plight. The vagrant asked to borrow my airship first, if you can believe that. I refused, of course, and he's and as politely as possible. He shakes his head slowly, sorrow stealing in his eyes. I only looked away for a moment. Just sign some paperwork, and then I turned back. He was already in the air, waving from the railing. Yeah, I'll help him find him. That would be great relief, he says, sighing. If you do stumble over him, bring him here to me, and I want to look at the thief in the eye and ask what he did, why he did this to me.
Updated my journal.
In the meantime, what can Master Reno's aerophile adventure do for you? Alright. I will talk to him later,
Of course.
but I want to make sure to do the mission that allows me. He starts the mission that allows me to have my new partner.
Yes.
And trust me, he's definitely worth it. Alright, down here. Down here.
Let's go.
It's probably the only time I'll actually do this, because this is only one of 2 other people I know of that I can get. And I will be getting the other one later on, but this one I want to get it early. Because I think he's worth getting early. There might be more that are even cooler than him, I don't know. It's actually one of the cool things I like. You got really interesting side characters. Alright.
I'm going.
He's going. Going. Gone.
It is done.
This way. That's interesting. Because I actually came over here in my other game, and she was not on this building.
Companion, Tiber.
It warms my cockles to hear it.
So I might
I
actually
can
talk to
use
her
you
first.
as a test before I explain my ideas to others. If you can understand me, anyone can.
She's so sassy. I'll never get rid of her in my party.
Don't mind if I do.
Glowy boy. It is you I need to talk to. Eratus. The first thing you notice about this wiry young man is the golden haze, the glow surrounding him. It sparkles in his eyes and gives you his easy grin and warmth that you can't feel. You can feel right down to your gut. He spots you and straightens.
I know what you're thinking. How in the world did you survive that crash, Eratus? The answer is, as it always is, backflips. But hold on. How did you know my name? Never mind. Not important. Of course you know my name. I'm Eratus.
He plants his hands on the skinny hips and beams. This adventure is going nowhere. We are standing still. It is beginning. When? How did you end up crashing the airship? I'm glad you asked. This is what somewhat of an understatement. He looks ecstatic. I was climbing up the cliffs of Cavernassery to see how impossible it was when I saw a star falling toward the reef. He raises an earnest finger. I knew right then that finding that star was my destiny. He runs his hands through his curls. But what was I going to do? Climb down? Boring. Already did it the other way. Walking, worse. Far worse. No fun at all. Tell them about the backflips. No one cares about the backflips. Tell them. He's all kind of nuts. He grins. Then I saw the airship docked over my head. I raced on up, borrowed the ship, and pointed it at the reef. His face falls. I don't know what happened next. Despite my expert piloting, the airship steered itself directly at the cliffs. I had no choice. I landed as fast and hard and safely as possible. Shaking his head, he sighs. I never did find the falling star. At this point, someone else has found it, and it's their destiny now. Just because I love him. You're in luck. The falling star was me. No, Eratus shouts, overjoyed. Yes, really. It was really you? He grabs you by the shoulder. This is fate. You were meant to travel with me. You have to. Don't say no. They will lead us to glory. They will lead us to the pain. Join them. Join them. Why should I let you join me? He gives you a puzzled look as if you were just wondering. You've just wondered why air is important. I'm an adventurer. He repeats, brow furrowed. I thought I told you. Adventure happens when I'm around, and you'll get to be part of it. He raises a finger, but you'll have to keep up there where we go. He stares at the invisible horizon. We go swiftly, strongly, and most of all, handsomely. He leans in conspiratorially. Until you get handsome, I'll cover you for both of us. Ouch. Yeah, definitely want you on my team. Of course you do. I'm ready. I'm always ready. Man, I love you. You're so fun.
I'm always ready.
Alright, I'm gonna go over here and talk to this lady because this shop was gone last game that I played. So I want to see what she has. Hello, friend. A smiling, dark-haired woman greets you, standing behind a table of trinkets. Your eyes are drawn to the 3 small rodents that lazily orbit her head in 3 floating balls. They take turns hovering just out of reach of the half-mechanical, half-organic cat perched on that woman's shoulder. Huh. The smile disappears from her face as small tremor runs to the ground beneath her feet. That's the 7th time today. She glances nervously at the remnants of the structure next door. Then the one fell. I heard them screaming, shrieking like the wind was tearing their bones. Should I abandon my home before I abandon me, I wonder? She idly turns a couple of curiosities on her table so the light catches on the various planes and materials. Then the smile returns to her face. Come tell me, which of my treasures speaks to you? Yeah, what do you have for sale? Regular healing stuff. Better healing stuff. What is this? Cipher, second detonation. Healing. Cipher cord. Better stealth. So it makes me better at knowing stuff, but it makes me much slower and worse at talking. I'll consider it. How much for one of those rodent globes? You mean bee, boo, and bay? She raises a hand and unconsciously pets one of the globes as it swings past her ear. Tiny creature inside squeaks and scamps in a tight circle before the globe, dressed out of sight. They're not for sale, my friend. I hope you are not too disappointed. Have you seen an albino woman around here? She raises both her eyebrows, regarding silently for a moment. A woman with skin like alabaster? Yes, she was here looking for help I could not give. Her own treasure was that she wished fixed. I declined. She did not take it kindly. Never heard from her again. Place a gentle hand on your wrist. She is dangerous, my friend. Dangerous, friend. She says, her tone light as if she were merely discussing the weather. Tread carefully, wherever you happen to cross her. She lets go. Kanessa, but the slave girl. So, I know there's some things about this game. If you sleep, sometimes things change, so I bet if I wait too long, this place will actually start crumbling.
Yes. Now.
Just curious if other buildings are not crumbled yet. No, it looks like they're all still fine. It's just that one. Wonder if I went to this first day, it would change. I don't know. It's one of the cool things about this game. No 2 playthroughs are exactly the same.
Happy to help.
Alright. So we'll go back and actually start at the...
To action!
To action! To the government square. Because that's where who are they called again? The learned people. Man, I can't remember at all. I haven't brain fart. This happens a lot.
Hello, Calistesias!
Don't shout. When you do, we can all hear you. It makes you even more irritating than normal.
I understand, Calistesias!
Does anyone wonder why I love him? Where'd he go? Why are you all the way over there? Alright, you're just gonna glitch out over there. Whatever. As long as you're up here when I need you.
I'm going.
Loading. There we go. Yeah, easy.
Of course.
What was that place called? Order of Truth, that's it. But first we'll go around here looking at people. Let's see. Elking Pier. Alison Pier. This woman seems to be absorbed by what she's doing. Her blue eyes narrowed in concentration. You realize that she's the nicest looking person you've seen in a while and feel almost compelled to approach her. She shakes her out with the golden claw she's examining and holds it up to the light. Such beautiful colors, she murmurs. She meets your gaze. It would look lovely on you. Can you tell me about this place? Of course, this is the Government Square, the home to the City Council and the Order of Truth. The rest is the embassies and city workers. Well, you might enjoy a step on the red thicket, she points to redstone closer nearby. Who are you? My name is Alison Pier. You can call me Alison, if you like. She offers a tentative smile. I'm a Chirurgian, I think. Chirurgian? But I work mostly with children, you know. Healing scraped knees and occasional broken bones. You're lucky here and suggests that it's rarely anything more serious. So many children need my help. Too many. What are you doing? Waiting for an appointment, she says with a tentative smile. I heard that you're keeper of the House of Empty Time. Then you must have questions. Ask away. How does the House of Empty Time work? A child enters the gate and emerges in another time to find a new family waiting for them. Willing parents register with the keeper in their own time period, and after rigorous questioning, have their names added to the gate itself. After that, she shrugged. Who knows? The children have loving families, and their families have children to love. Why is the House of Empty Time a secret? Because it's not the strongest system in the world. No one knows how many trips the old thing can stand. So we use it only for those who really have nowhere else to go. Her face hardens, and if everyone knew about it, some of them would treat it the same way they do other orphanages. We'd find babies dumped in boxes, small children left crying with nothing but clothes on their back. She seems to come to a sudden realization of what she's saying, and two bright spots of color appear on her cheek. She clears her throat uncomfortably. The people of Cities have been very good to me, she says eventually. Why are you in charge of the House of Empty Time? Because I walked through it. She smiles at your reaction. So yes, I was an orphan, and yes, I am from another time. One much earlier than the present. As a child, I had a unique pleasure of being able to read history books and imagine them with my real parents. We're the heroes of ages past. Her smile dims, and before you ask, my parents in this time are dead, but we spent many happy years together, and I will always be thankful for the life they gave me. As for the gate itself, she looks at it fondly. When I am dead, or hopefully before it, we'll choose a new guardian from those who have passed through it, and I'll have someone to keep me company through the end of my days. Not a bad bargain, all told. Can I adopt a child? I'm afraid not, she says. One of the main requirements for adoption is a stable environment. If you ever decide to settle on Sigis, then we can talk. Aw, I just want to randomly run around with a random kid. It'd be funny. Alright. Singolian. Hello again. Singolian bows. Welcome back, sir. It is an honor to serve you again. What can I do for you? Tell me about the governor's square? Of course, sir. He puts a finger on his chin. Let me think. There's a council tower just over there. An order of truth. And you can't forget the red thicket. You wall courtyard on the edge of the square, or where you're curious about the fountain here. Tell me about the council tower. He stares at you and shakes his head. Truly, Overseer Yen is hiring almost anyone these days. There was a time when city officials were expected to know Sigis Cliffs. He tuts this disapprovingly. Never mind. You asked about the council tower. It is ancient beyond reckoning. The tower roots go all the way down to the forges in the underbelly, and within it sits the Council of Sigis Cliffs, the finest and fairest legislative body in the Ninth World. And I don't say that just because they are our most valued patrons. They have run the city for centuries. Thanks to me, they look magnificent while doing it. Tell me about the Order of Truth. They are a credit to our city. Wise scholars and deep thinkers, he smiles. Excellent customers as well. They are very particular about their robes. Red thicket? The Whispering Wood, I call it. A very curious and ancient place. You can speak as loudly as you like in there, and none but your partner can hear you. A great place for diplomacy. Tell me about the fountain. One of the strangest and more poignant attractions of the square. The creatures in it are called jellies, and they chatter in 1,000 dead tongues. The priests say they know a new jelly is born each time an old language dies. He shakes his head. You can listen to them for a month, and never hear the same language twice, or understand a single one. Drink water. Alright. Let's ask about something else. Certainly, sir. Tell me about the people in the district. Excuse me. I'm not one to gossip, sir, but if you insist, what do you wish to know about? Have you seen a white-skinned, hard-faced woman in the neighborhood? Very tough and dangerous looking? He frowns for a moment, thinking, then nods. Yes, in fact, I believe I sold her a cloak once. The way she wore it, it seemed as if she wished to hide her face, which, with a face like that, I could readily understand. He looks in the direction of the council building. I got the impression she might be do secret work for the families, but I wasn't about to ask. Tell me about the clerk. He smiles. There's a fellow with hands everywhere, and I mean that quite literally. He takes care of all the council documents, and he has papers and documents stored in 100 places all over town, but can pluck them from the air around him at will. The council clerk, Alkine Pier. She talks here often. She doesn't always buy something. I know a little else about her, except she is in charge of the Chirurgeon who administer to children. He raises his eyebrows. I don't think that's all she does. Sometimes I see her speaking to strangers from elsewhere in the city, married couples usually. It all seems very hush-hush, if you know what I mean. Alright. Alright. Well, that was vaguely interesting.
I am the very
Let's go
soul of action.
look at the fountain. Fountain is constructed on material that seems halfway between wood and stone. It doesn't contain water as as might be expected. Instead, it's filled with swarming tiny fish-like creatures that even cavort and wriggling mash, chattering to each other in what sounds like 1,000 different tongues. Examine the woodstone fountain. The fountain, now that you're looking at it, is unfoundly old. Copper tongue-like decoration curl up and over the rim of the structure, as if lapping at the endless stream of creatures within. Listen to the creatures. You fold your arms, listen intently as the fish jabber at each other. Sounds like a cloud of nonsense syllables meshed into baby speak. Let's try to catch one. Who would be best at it? Alright. You'd definitely be best at it. Woo! Great success! You definitely snatch a single fish from the glistening tumbling fluid, but bubbling mass of remaining creatures squawk together in nonsensical outrage. Try to catch another. You goes your hand around another fish, tiny teeth chopping the flesh between your fingers, and you reach it with the curse. Aw, that hurts. Ouch. Alright, so what is it? You caught the creature from a fountain of swords in the government. Swords, the government square, small fish-like and mostly squirming. Never requires food or other nourishment and gibbers constantly in indecipherable language. Well, it's worth a decent amount. Maybe someone will want to buy it then, because it looks special. I don't know. Seems interesting enough. I'll end the episode here because we're almost up to the time limit anyway. Don't want to start too much. Next time we'll continue exploring here, and I just remembered we should probably talk to our new teammate, so we'll do that too.
I'm always ready.
We'll talk to Eratus and learn more about him, see what they think about him. So until next time, remember to embrace the chaos or you'll go mad.
Are
Bye.
you handsome or just ridiculously confident?
Just those two?
I'll put you down for both.
Alright, bye-bye guys.